Yo, so who kid? Let me ask you, ride around with your mask on by yourself?
Yeah, I'm in Tampa Bay. Like it's the Super Bowl shit. Everybody's out here tongue kissing each other, like with COVID, and if I gotta kiss a girl, man, I gotta cover my face. She can kiss outside the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Would you have sex with the mask on?
Hell yeah,
No, real
shit.
talk, right?
I think that would be more safe because juices is going everywhere. You know, liquids, moisture. It's just like
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You're getting too graphic with the shit. Too much detail. Hey, yo,
fuck
who kid?
juice.
My man, the living legend, G Unit's own. Uh, you'd be the G Unit's own first DJ, right?
Yeah, I was in the beginning where I was making like $150 a show. We had like 180 shows in a row. So I
You
looked
was in
at it.
mixtape 50.
Yeah, the mixtape tour. So back then it sounded kind of cheap, but if you see it, if you add it up, I looked at it as if I added it up. So 150 times 60 shows, that was a good little bag, especially
Yeah, but
when
in any case, it was just a step closer to where you at now, where you got your own show, you get your own money. Khaled got the shit where he say that no deal he's done is like a bad deal. Even if it was technically a bad deal, it got him to where he's at today. So
think
I don't
about
think
it.
that was bad. I think you put in your work so you could get your real bag.
I just got a phone call like literally before I got on with you from Paul Rosenberg, thanking me. And in case that people are under a rock, that's Eminem's manager. I survived. Today is actually my 16-year anniversary on Sirius XM K45. So I survived. I didn't get fired. I know 50 Cent fired me like 50 times, but I never got fired.
You never left. Not you the type you never left. I got guys I fired that just ain't leave.
Yeah. It's like, I got fired 48 times to be exact. I thought maybe two more would be like a cliche because it's 50, 50. But I got fired so much on the road, but it was hard to find a DJ that could cover a 2-hour set. So I kind of
And
like knew
so
that.
okay, so you don't give a fuck, G Unit, boom! We could get the shit popping, pop, pop, boom! And you winning and it's money and chains, spinning chains, all type of shit. But were you like really, really like I don't want to use the word scared, but did you really watch yourself? Because this man is just a time bomb and he had beef with every American in the game.
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think I was already desensitized because a lot of people don't know. I used to DJ for like Compono Noriega, so
I didn't know that.
yeah, I was their DJ first, and then I DJ'd for Juvenile from Cash Money,
Mm.
but there wasn't really no beef or shootouts at that time. But I left Juvenile, then I went to Capone Noriega, so I was touring with Capone Noriega
Yeah, but
with
you've
Mobb
been
Deep.
in some scary moments though. Like
Yeah, like
you've been in some shit like, oh shit, it's about to go down for real.
like I toured with Mobb Deep. We toured with Mobb Deep, so you can imagine like every time Shook Ones came on, shootouts, people getting killed, shot. So I was the speaker guy. Like I knew how to like hide in between speakers and like my nigga, I was in a speaker one time.
I tell everybody when the shit pop off,
Yeah,
I don't care if you're the nicest guy in the crew, you gotta be in there. Because it's the guys that try to sneak off quietly that they catch
exactly.
and they beat them up. Your best bet is to stay with your crew and try to thug it out. Like my DJ LV, he been in riots, but I always told him, "Your LV, he's the nicest guy in the world." I said, "Your LV, well, my former DJ, I'll be your LV. If you sneak off, they're gonna catch your ass. Just stay next to us, and you're gonna be good. Don't sneak off." One day I walked outside, they was beating LV up. I
Oh
ran
nah.
over there so fast and started, nah, because LB don't deserve it. He's the nicest guy in the world. He didn't deserve it, man. He's
Bro.
seen some shit fucking with us.
But you know what it is? It's a form of desensitization. So if I come from Capone Noriega and I've witnessed a million shootouts, people getting beat up, I already have like this matrix um reaction to like if there's a shootout, like being a DJ is cool because you see the full 160, whatever, 360 of the room. You see everybody running, but I see if I physically see the guy shooting at one direction, why do I need to run? I don't need to run no more. But everything slows down when you actually see like the
No, I
shooting.
run the other way,
Yeah,
right?
but most
No, I
likely,
had they try to like, one time I was in front of a club and some dudes had a shootout.
mm.
Bro, I ran up the block. And the police came to me like if it had something to do with me. I was like, bro, I heard pow, 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 and I ran that way. Like, fuck am I supposed to do? Run to it to see what's going on? Like, I'm
Hug a
gone.
bullet. But it's crazy when you come from like hanging with Capone and Noriega, and that crew was reckless. You know, the whole fucking Iraq and the niggas was out of their mind over there. So I went from them to 50 Cent, where I've seen people like, Get Rich or Die Trying, when you see the dead body in the back, like that shit happened on the road. You know what I'm saying? And then the promoter was like, yo, if you don't perform tonight, it's gonna be more dead people. So they were doing an investigation, and we still performed while the tape was in the back. It had nothing to do with us. It's just random gangster shootings or whatever. But we really had to do a sold out show, or it would have been a shootout. But if you see
People
that,
don't understand. People don't understand that. I mean, I love it. I'm a gangster rapper. But when we make that kind of music and we go to a little town, they want to prove they as tough as New York.
yeah.
And they really want to turn up.
But that's why you created that clique. Like, we had like 20 niggas with us. You got like 30, 20, one tour bus. And the thing about 50 Cent, he would literally like whoever gets on the tour bus first is gonna get a bed. If you get there late, you sleeping on the floor, you sleeping on the couch. 50 Cent would sleep on the couch. That's how humble he was. It wasn't like because he had like we had like some grimy, crazy. You have to because if you go to North Carolina, you go to Connecticut, you go to like Rhode Island, like niggas is gonna test you. But if they see that you're immediately with 30, 40 heads, you gotta think twice. And that's one tour bus. Bulletproof vest. Everybody had a vest. I know Terror Squad was not into. I mean, you guys were very vicious back then, but imagine like you see like 25 guys on stage with bulletproof vests that like the what do you call it, the bullet resistant ones, like the what do you call them? What do you call that shit? Kevlar? Yeah, like some detective shit. Like the shit will stop. Like, and I had a vest. Like when I got hired, they gave me a vest. Like 50 Cent gave me a bulletproof vest because it's literally after he got shot. I literally had to have a meeting with the guy, like, and then Sean Money was like, yo, you gotta go check him out, you gotta go see him. I was more worried because he got shot in his face and all that, so I thought I was gonna see like a zombie. You be seeing like Walking Dead, like, like, I was like, yo, I hope this nigga face ain't fucked up. But when I met him, I couldn't believe it was just a dimple, and he looked great. And then, he did ask me, he's gonna ask me 3 questions before we go on the road. He was like, yo, if niggas come at you with guns, if they come at me and they're trying to kill me, what would you do? And I told him, yo, man, I really don't know you, but I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my first time meeting him. So he was like, yo, I don't have to ask you the other two, you're hired. Because now that I know, you know what I'm saying? Now I know how to maneuver. If niggas is coming at me, I know how to maneuver now with people around. If I would have been like, yo, I'm gonna stop the bullets, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna pull out, I'll just be
He'd have
like,
been like, you full of shit, or he would have
yeah.
gave you the strap.
You don't have to be tough in this game. You just got to be smart. And I'm already desensitized, so I have no fear of fucking with 50. Like
Shout out to TT Torres on the check-in. And the thing about you, even though we had history, I love your show, man. I used to listen to you every fucking weekend
yeah.
on Sirius. You didn't know, but I was a fucking Whoo Kid fan. Your show is so fucking crazy, bro.
That's why even this weekend, you know, like you're on it. Like, you know, I got like countless people, Hulk Hogan, random people just hanging out. It's like 15 people in a row. Roddy Rich, this guy, that guy. But it's good to, I learned from radio from Howard Stern. Ever since, like, I think I'm like the only mixtape DJ that ever got on Howard Stern. Probably Khaled went on there, but I'm the only mixtape, like, random DJ to do it for an hour where he wouldn't, like, he just was flabbergasted on
That's
the
what
shit
I
that I
would
was doing.
believe. I believe like I would listen to you like if I was listening to Howard Stern, just a hip hop Howard Stern. And who's the white boy you had down with you?
Which one back then? Dan the Man. I had like
Dan the Man. That guy was like, he was special, man.
It's like the black guy, the Jewish guy. You know, I try to cover the full hip hop spectrum where you got the, you know, the educate. I mean, I'm educated in a certain way too, but I needed like a geeky, you know, answer where it comes to like if me and him is interviewing you, it'll be double sided. You understand? Like I understand you, but he'll understand you in a different way. But I knew you were a fan because when you came up there, you know, usually I'll be having like butt naked chicks and all kind of. But I
You
usually
knew I
get
knew.
like,
I was like, yo, I can't do the butt naked
yeah.
chicks, bro. I told you, yo, I can't. I've been hearing the type of shit y'all talk about up there. I said, yo, I can't. He can't play with me like I can't do that. Right?
I had like Samuel Jackson one time, but I'll always get Samuel Jackson out before. Like I literally had like 22 strippers literally outside, butt naked, ready to go. All they had was jackets, but they're naked. But I kind of like rushed Samuel Jackson because I don't want Samuel Jackson to be involved with the ratchet shit. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm sure he wish he could be, but he was out of that motherfucker.
But from that show that you're a fan of, you know, Cardi B used to strip there every week. I had Cardi B up there. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So
You
the
got
fact,
footage of that?
yeah, I got video, photos, everything. And then I remember when she came back, out of respect for, you know, Offset, you know, she was pregnant, so I had to interview her. So I really like stayed away from all like, you know, the stripper beginnings and shit like that. But Cardi B is so cool and humble. Like at the end of the interview, we did a great interview, everything went great. And she was like, yo, who kid? What the fuck? I was like, what do you mean what the fuck? She said, yo, you think I don't remember this shit right here? And then she pushed the chair pregnant and started twerking. This is my shit. This is where I started.
Wow,
Yeah, so
wow.
it's kind of like crazy
I love a
where
new single. She got a new single called Up.
that
I'm
shit is
really
fire.
feeling it. The video's fire too.
That shit is fucking ridiculous, man. But it's
Yeah.
like, you know, even like with stations and music, like, you know, it's funny how I had to balance out hanging with 50 Cent, who disses everybody. And I ended up, you know, I did everybody's mixtape prior to 50 Cent, from the Nas's to the, I mean, he kind of made up with most of the people he killed, you know what I'm saying? But it just was rough for me. Like, you know, I used to hang with Nas all the time, like, but I had to be loyal. I had to pick the side that, you know, that gave me my shot, you know. And it's no disrespect to Nas, but I have to be loyal. So a lot of people always wonder why Who Kid, you know, be bugging or he'll be over there. But you know, loyalty lasts longer. Look at your
You know, it's
success.
crazy that you're talking about this, right? Because since the COVID, I never even knew what the hell YouTube was, right? But since the COVID, I watched YouTube, and I don't know if it's just my YouTube, but YouTube consists of a bunch of guys that used to be affiliated with other rappers and rappers, say it, former Terror Squad member, former G Unit member,
Yeah.
former Rockefeller, and these guys, because most likely they took the wrong path and they made the wrong choice. Now their new shit is dissing whoever they used to be with. And it's a whole community of these guys. No, I swear to God, volume 1s, volume 25s. And it's just, and loyalty, I don't understand. Like, my thing is, I've been robbed. I've been jerked.
Mm.
I've been done wrong. Bro, a man just stays quiet. Either you deal with that, you stay quiet, you move on, and you get some more money and you do whatever. It's amazing to see grown men though. These are like grown men on YouTube talking about like they hate these rappers and these rappers and this and this. And I used to be with them, and I'm like, yo, these guys like their whole life will be based on shitting on a guy who put them on or whatever the case may be. It's crazy, man. Loyalty is rare, but it's only right.
And you know, me like looking outside, being in the original members of G Unit, like it started with 4, and obviously, you know, Buck came in and then Game and everything, but I never understood, like, I mean, I'm sure you know this too. I never understood like the 30, 40 heads around us, like people that have nothing to do with us. Like whatever 50 Cent friends had back in the days, I understand and it makes sense. But people that are not really friends, like they got like G Unit tattoos and all this crazy shit, like they just so thirsty that they would get the tattoo. It's not like a fan that goes to the concert that's really into the music and you got a G Unit tattoo. I'm talking about like dudes that just dying to just come near us, and then I asked like 50 Cent finally, yo, can I get the Gina tattoo? Which I don't really think I needed to ask. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to ask that, but I feel like that's the proper way of doing it. Like when I sang with Gucci Man and Waka Flocka, like I asked like the whole family, Waka's moms, like before I got, you know, the tattoo on the back of my neck. Like I can't just be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just maybe I look at it different. I don't know. But if I fuck with you, Fat Joe, I would ask you for the niggas that you fuck with
Yeah, we
that are
used to
cool.
beat up a guy all the time.
But it's just
I don't know
weird
if I
how
want to say his name, but we used to beat up a guy all the time, and I
what?
actually love him now. Like I love him. Yeah, I love him. He's become a friend of the family. He looks after my mother and father, but he got a Terror Squad tattoo. This is when it was like active, on and popping. And he walks up in the store we own with a Terror Squad tattoo, and we like, who the fuck is you? Don't do him like that. And I remember we used to drive him around. Many years ago, guys, we smack him up a little, you know, like what the fuck are you doing, man? And then, but over time, he deserves it, and he wound up being one of the best guys. I love him like a brother. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I remember it was a fence, and rest in peace, my brother Flex. Like, so to me, Terror Squad is more than rap. So Mike Bibby, the ball player, is Terror Squad. Stephon Marbury's Terror Squad. John Beeson football. We got chefs, barbers. All of us is Terror Squad. And so when you look around, you be like, damn, they got about 100 guys with TS pieces all over, because it's everybody is Terror Squad and everybody plays a different position. You understand? But my man Flex, rest in peace, who's my manager for 20 years, he's not here no more. Flex would run down on somebody I gave a Terror Squad piece and take it off him in broad daylight. Like, yo, bro, you ain't TS. Who gave you this? He'd be like, yo, I'm Fat Joe's barber. Fuck out of here. You ain't put in no work for this. And then I go and then I have to get it back from Flex. Flex wasn't robbing him. Flex was making money, but he had a problem with people calling themselves TS. To me, TS is more than hip hop. Is a lifestyle, and everybody plays their position. We got guys in our crew that are barbers. That when it's time to get your face, your hair cut, they come cut you. TS, chefs, this, that. We all want like one giant family reunion. But Flex, he had a problem with it. He had like, and I'm sure y'all had somebody in G Unit that had a problem with people pulling up with G Unit tattoos and all that.
Yeah, it's like family members or people that worked hard to create like a value to be down makes sense. But I'm talking about like the dick riders and like they're out for one thing. They just want to be near you to make money, or they just want clout, or they want, you know what I'm saying? Like those kind of guys are so pitiful that, and then I would talk to 50. I'd be like, yo, 50, man, why this guy got a Jeter tattoo? He don't really like, what's he doing here? You know what I mean? Fuck with us. But 50 be laughing though. That's why I be cracking the fuck up. He be laughing at that shit. He be like, yo, man.
Yo, I'll
You know,
tell
he's
you a
just
crazy
nice,
story,
you know?
right? I went, Pretty Lou. Shout out to Pretty Lou. He needs you for his championship. He's looking for you, Pretty Lou.
Oh,
You know, he
word?
got this DJ show. He get championship.
Yeah.
He told me to let you know.
Oh, let me know. Yeah, I'm D.
Yeah. So Pretty Lou, we needed A Boogie on his single like 4 or 5 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. So A Boogie is performing at the Nokia Theater, right? Bro, I walk in there 1D, right? Walk in there, I don't even think you was with me. I walked in, you was with me? Yeah. I walked in there like 1D, right? With Rich. And he was in the room playing the video game. And this is the youngest Bronx dude popping, A Boogie. He just started popping. And when I go in the room, I see niggas that used to be in the green room when me and Pun used to, like, I'm talking about me and Pun.
Damn.
Like the groupie dudes that used to be, you know, following me and Pun when we was performing. I'm talking about 20 years ago.
What?
And they in the room hanging out with A Boogie and what's crazy is these people think they're from the industry. If you ask their family, what do? They're the industry. They think they're the industry.
Yo.
Or no, I'm serious. Like they'll tell you they're from the industry or something. Man, these guys been dick riding for 20 years. Like, I could not believe it. I walked in there, I look at these guys, I was like, yo, this is amazing to me. And
you know what's really amazing? Like 20 years, like on another like subject, like we would go overseas and I would never understand why some chicks don't get married or start a life. I'd be like, bitch, we've been coming back here like 15 years. You still a groupie? You still sucking niggas off? You still fucking?
Man, that's like,
I would be like, who are you? Why are you still here? Like, niggas is like 15 years and it's the same. I'm like, you never got married? You never like, it'd be German, the same German chick. You go to London, we had a chick
every
in
little
London.
where we go,
Yo,
every little city we go, I see the same hoes. Every little city we go.
Yo, we had a chick in London that was like the cleaner. Like she would clean everybody. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm good. I had a girl, but she was like the cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Like she had like the Uzi mouth.
Man,
you know what
I
I'm
don't know if I should go into that, but you know, Miami's a hot spot, you know, so everybody move here and they tell them don't catch the Miami bug or it can fuck up your life. You can lose your family. And so I used to go to the club every single night, 7 days a week. 7 days a week I'm in the club popping bottles with the crew. And I see the same girls. These guys, one night they with these rappers.
Wow.
The next night they with these rappers. The next night they with the same crews. These guys and these guys and these guys and I guess I guess they'd rather do that than be with Pablito the mechanic or something. Like, want to say they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta tell you like the ultimate funny story with Pistol Pete, man. This shit is wild.
With Pistol Pete, man?
I went to go pick up my jewelry, right, in the Diamond District, right. So my jeweler, like, I had like issues with one of my diamonds, so I guess he's like fixing it, or it was already fixed. I was going to pick it up, so I went to pick up my watch, my chain. And I had another big giant chain. So I was picking all that up that day. So the jeweler goes in the back, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm trying to like signal him, like, because Pistol Pete comes in. Me and him got the same jeweler. I just figured it out. We both got the same jeweler. So I see Pistol Pete. So I'm trying to tell this nigga, don't come out with my. I'm trying to signal him, don't come out with my jewelry, because I don't want Pistol Pete to see like.
You
I don't.
tell him don't bring out the jury. Like you're
Yeah,
like,
I'm like this,
please.
like yo, because this idiot didn't tell me that Pistol Pete's coming too. So I'm trying to like wave at this nigga, right? And then this nigga brings out my shit. So now Pistol Pete comes next to me, right? Like literally side by side. And then Pistol P's like looking at my shit, like, he's just looking at my shit. Yo, that shit's fire, kid. Like, so then he puts his hand on my shoulder, and then I'm like, yo, man, I don't know what's gonna happen right now. So he's like, you know what, Whoo, kid? You a good guy, man. So he tapped me again. He gave me like 2 more taps on my shoulder. You know what, Whoo, kid? You know what? You're really a good guy, man. So then he
Man,
leaves.
you gotta wait. Did he take the shit or he let you go?
No, he left. He left right after. He was on the phone.
Woo!
He was on the phone.
Yeah, he loves you, Whoo kid.
Yo, he was on the phone, and then I'm like, damn, he's like probably calling the cars to come in the front and waiting for me to come out. So he leaves, right? He leaves. So I call my brother. I call like an uncle that was nearby. I call like 16 people to beat me, because it's like 5 o'clock in Times Square. You know how much traffic?
No, you gotta do it. You know that happened to me one time. I mean, we talking a lot, Whoo kid, but I knew this was gonna be this type of thing. We're about to light God, praising God and positivity. But you know, with Whoo kid and Fat Joe, you know we gotta talk that shit. And so we beat this guy up one time, like actually twice, right? And he's like, he's no joke. Like he's known as, he's a shooter, to say the least.
Oh wow.
Right? But both times I just jumped on him, immediately when I seen him, I just gave it to him. So one day, bro, I'm in Fort Lauderdale, and I know he's probably gonna hear this story, right? I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going up to New York. Yo, bro, I got sandals on.
No.
Straight slides. Right? No, it's a true story, by myself. Right? So, but I'm really, really not pussy, Whoo kid, at all. Like, I'm being honest with you. I've taken slumber party ass whippings. I let them light me up. I'm going out. Like, they just gonna beat the shit out of me, right? It's not a problem. There's actually integrity in that. And so all of a sudden my body, I got like this thing with me. My body is telling me something's wrong. Like something ain't comfortable. Right? So I look up. This dude walks up. It's about 6 of them cock diesel. Like they eat iron. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like all of them is diesel. All of them, right? And I'm just fat, big, right? So when I see him, I said, yo, this that guy. But I said, yo, this the guy we gave it to. We gave it to him twice, though, Whoo kid, right? So I go, all right, cool, but I got sandals on. I don't even got sneakers on. Yo, I'm fucked up, right? And so I go, I get my ticket. They went before me. They got their ticket. They go around the corner like if you going to TSA. I turn around the corner. Boom. They standing right there.
Wow. What the fuck?
So, the dude's like, he said, yo, can I talk to you? I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, I'm ready to get it popping with the sandals. Like, you ain't playing me, pussy, bro. Like, like it is what it is, right? So I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, nah. I don't want no problems no more. He could have got me bad. He had the upper hand, Whoo kid, like you never seen. So he said, yo, I don't want no problems no more. Like, and could you tell the squad if they see me, it's no more smoke, right? And so I look at the kid and I said, all right, we won both times. So I was like, it's like, we all right, don't worry about it. Bro, I get on the plane. This nigga is sitting right next to me, like A1, A2.
What?
Right? No, it's a true story. So one thing Fat Joe never does in the history of mankind is going to go back to your story, with Pistol calling your uncle. I never, ever give a distress call.
Wow.
That day, I hit Pistol with them. I said, bro, I land at 4:10.
What?
American Airlines, bring the animals. Now, I gave the guy my word. It wasn't like I was going to double cross him, but maybe this guy's a killer. And alleged killer. And he knows I'm on this plane. He knows I'm not strapped. What if he double crosses me and he tells some dudes, yo, we landed in LaGuardia at 4:10. Get him.
It's over. Yeah, it's over.
I don't know. Right? So I make the phone call. Who could, when I tell you that I get off this plane and go to bed, and the whole flight, homeboy sitting there, no problem, smiling, no problems. Right? I felt like a piece of shit, but I had to protect myself.
Yeah.
Yo, who kid, when I get off that plane, they had to be about 500 dudes.
What?
That baggage claim, I mean, hanging off the lights, salivating. Yo, when I tell you, they brought the guys that never leave my projects
out.
The ones that can't wait to do something for Fat Joe. So I walk out, and they're like, "Where at, God? Where he at, God? Where he at, God? Where he at?" Like they doing all that.
Those are them wild Puerto Rican niggas.
Black. Not even Puerto Rican.
What?
Yeah, it's the Vietnam crew. Listen, they from Vietnam. Listen, God, where he at? Like, yo, I mean, screaming. Like they could have did like a, where, God? Where? They couldn't believe Fat Joe made the distress call. Right?
Wow.
So the dude goes, he leaves his bags and he walks straight out. Right? And so I feel like a little piece of shit because I squashed it with him.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, you know, so 2 minutes later, my phone rang. And all people was Chris Gotti.
Oh, my God.
So Chris Gotti calls me and says, yo, Joe, what's up? And I said, what you mean, what's up? He said, man, you seen homeboy such and such. Y'all squashed everything. Everything was great. And he gets off the plane. There's 1,000 niggas out there, like, hanging off the walls. I said, listen. I said, yo, Chris, tell that dude I will never have a problem with him again in my life. I didn't know Chris. I explained it to him. I'm flying in. I don't know if this guy, you know, because we beat him up twice.
Bad.
Bad. So I'm thinking like it's his revenge. I'm not going to let nobody catch me out there. But I ain't let nobody, but I left it alone. And after that, I seen the guy a couple of times, showed him love, bought him a little bottle of champagne and starlets or something. It's been love. But I do know about calling the 16 cousins.
Nah, but it's funny you brought up Chris Gotti because I got on the same, you know, Chris Gotti was in business, so I had to like go in the back and shit. So I'm getting on the plane and I see Chris Gotti. Chris Gotti sees me and shit. So I'm like, so I made believe I was just fake calling niggas. Like I grabbed my phone, act like I was calling somebody, right? Because we both had to land in JFK. So I was like, yo, this might be the time that Murder Inc. could get 50's DJ or some stupid shit, right? But it's Chris Gotti, you know what I'm saying? Chris Gotti, you know, he's more like, you know, I guess he's more like, you know, smart with the shit or adult. Like he reacts like an adult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to take no chances, but I had to make believe I was tough. So I grabbed my phone and I'm acting like I'm calling niggas too. So I wanted him to think that maybe I'm calling G the niggas like, yo, I'm on the same flight with Chris Gotti. So the funny thing is, you know, I'm in the back, but he's in business. But you know when you like just like you peep out the seat to look up, yo, his head peeped out. I was like, oh shit, like it was like the weirdest shit. Like, well, I guess when I landed, he left, I left, it was all good, you know what I'm saying? But that whole Murder Inc. shit, man, it's just like T.I. T.I. is crazy, man. T.I. invited me. You were there. T.I. invited me to the J-Lo. You know J-Lo do the concerts in the Bronx. That
Oh
he did
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
did that annual shit. So Ti is there. You know, y'all fuck with Ti. So Ti calls me. He's like, yo, who kid? Come fuck with me. I'm out here with J Lo. Blah blah. You know, I know J Lo. I'm like, yo, all right, I'm coming over there. But I didn't even think about it. That it's in
You
the
ain't think
Bronx.
Irv Gotti was there,
Bro, he
Ja
put me in a
Rule.
golf cart. Remember, I was in a golf cart,
Yeah, it
and
was in the golf cart.
I'm looking ahead, right? I'm looking ahead, and I'm like, yo, Tip, man, like, yo, do you know that Ja Rule, fucking Irv Gotti, like, it was like the lines then, like, even with you, it was like, it was such, I don't, it was like if and whatever. So
Yeah, but with me, it was already squash.
yeah, but still, it's like, it was like me going into, it was like me going. T.I. was like, what? You still got beef? I was like, nigga, this nigga Ja Rule is always gonna have beef, man. You bringing me to the Lions then, man. Like, and then T.I., Tip is crazy. Yo, I got a knife, I got you. But, Tip, he'll protect me. Tip is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's on that loyalty shit, like, to the highest degree. So he's like, you know what? Nobody's gonna touch you. Don't worry about it. But I was more embarrassed that French Montana and Khloe Kardashian started laughing because at that they saw me. They were like, French was like, "What are you doing here?" Like he's laughing and shit. And then fucking the most embarrassing ending was J Lo coming out, yo, don't touch who, Kelly. I mean, I don't want J Lo, like, what I'm saying? I want J Lo protecting me. It was mad embarrassing, dog.
I
I was like,
know, I
J
know,
Lo
I
came
know.
out, was like, don't touch who, kid, please. And I had to go to the front with Khloe and watch the show, like. Cause I couldn't be back then. It was like a Lions Den, nigga. It was like everybody.
Let me tell you something, yo, who kid? The other day, Ebro was on here, and he tried to play me. He tried to play me, right? So we had a beautiful interview like me and you were having the whole time, laughing, joking. And then he said, you know why I came on here? It's because I heard you was talking about me one day like you was. So I told him,
What?
Ebro, no, but So I said, Ebro, like, if it wasn't for Becca's, I been would have gave it to you. Like I'm letting him know. Like he knows it. I tell him in his face.
Wow.
But he's a great guy, right? No, real talk. He's a
No,
great
he's a
guy.
great. He's my ex-boss. Hot
And
97,
I
he's
have
my
no
ex-boss.
problems with Ebro in the world. But
Yeah.
he tried to like put his chest out, and then I gotta put my chest out.
Mm.
And so I said, yo, Ebro. I said, don't make me go into white van talk. And so he was like, oh, white van talk? I said, yo, let me go into the van talk. Because he said, well, I ain't never been in the white van. I heard of it. But I said, well, we had your face vinyl wrapped on the whole fucking van. Like, right?
Wow.
And so the next day he roasted me on Hot 97. Yo, Joe was trying to talk tough. Yo, all right, cool, Ebro. This reminds me, it's the 21st anniversary of Pun, so it's 20 years ago. How did it go about? What was your experience in the van, and was it a white van?
Yes, it was. But it
Oh,
was.
shit. Oh, motherfuckers. Oh, God damn it. Oh, oh,
Hell
ah,
yeah! It was a white van, and it was like
ah.
there was only one seat back there where Pun was at. I can tell you clear. I remember that shit clear as day. Like, and I tried to back up, but Pun hooked it up where, in order for me to back up, for my friends could see that I was in distress, like it would have been like I would have to go really far back. But by the time when you see like the sliding doors open and you see Pun with a gun, you see like everybody pull out. I just closed my eyes, but my hands went down, so they probably thought I was going for something. Because Pun didn't know who I was. You know what I'm saying? I yelled at it. I yelled at him on the phone, but I thought Pun was a promoter. I
Yeah,
was in
he
front.
gassed you to come show up.
Yeah, he was doing Banned from TV. He was shooting a music video. And then, everybody was there. And it's funny because Nori was there, Nas, everybody in that video was there. Like, and the punter's like, yo, we out of here. We gotta go see this Whoo Kid guy. Like, but they thought DJ Whoo Kid was DJ Clue. They thought Clue had an alias. So if I didn't show up to the Apollo that night, they were gonna see Clue on Monday
How
night.
did you get out of there?
Pun let me go after he talked to me. The respect factor that I have for Pun is he already assumed that I honestly did not know what was going on. Like I was just leaking songs. I was just like, I'm not like on Jay-Z side. I'm not with Rockefeller. I'm not like, but he did tell me like, if this continues, then you know what you're doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So he said, you know what you're doing now. So
He gave you a disclaimer and said, if you violate again, you
now
know,
I
Pun
know.
was, shout out my brother 50. Pun was really upset when 50 did the how to rob and said,
Yeah.
he'll rob Pun. He don't need a gun. He'll just run.
Mm.
Yo, yo, Pun was tight. He was, yo, he was tight
Bro,
at
he was,
that.
yo, my dumb ass, back then I wasn't really making no money. So I thought I was meeting a promoter to DJ with Flex in somewhere in Jamaica Avenue. So I had to go get the money. I had to go get $1,000. Remember I told you I was getting 150 a show. So this
Yeah.
guy was like, yo, Pun told me I got $1,000 for you, you know, and it's gonna be with Flex. So that's when I got there, I saw the white van. The white van looked like it was kind of hooked up. It looked like, the car show, Flex shit. So I thought Flex was
Who
in the
kid,
car.
don't be mad, man. A lot of people took a nice ride around town in that white van.
Nah,
And you got away good.
but I was kneeling because it's a
Yeah, but you know
van.
what it is, yo, who kid, honestly, you're a great guy.
Nah,
And
cool.
and your karma and your thing allows you to get away from anything because people know you're a good guy when they meet you. And then unless it's on like all systems go, it's like, I know. I got friends like that don't know what the fuck is going on. They could be shooting. They could be, the cops could be coming. They could be car crash. They don't know what's going on. They're just like, hey, what's going on, guy? It's ignorance is bliss.
I just wish I knew who the other guys were. I know they were all like Puerto Rican, but I was kneeling in the van, but Pun was like, "Yo, come over here and sit next to me so I could tell you what you're gonna do to fix this shit, right?" So when I got up, the mixtape that I'm getting in trouble for falls out my jacket on the floor
Oh
of the
my
van.
God.
All I hear is "Cate la boca." I'm screaming help. Like I'm like, yo, y'all gonna kill yo. I was like, I'm gonna die for a fucking song. Like, yo, I know it sounds funny and shit, but I yelled with them while they were screaming in Spanish, and then Pun was like, "Fuck out of here! Shut the door! Fuck out of here!" And then he told a nigga, he had some crazy niggas with him, but I don't know what they were saying. They was talking Spanish. I thought it was over. Like it sounded like you're gonna die now in Spanish, right? So I was like, yo, I started screaming with the guy, like so. Pun shut the door, and then it's just me and Pun talking. We spoke for like 40 minutes. Told me everything. That's why I remember I was telling you about like like Latin Kings was like involved, like laughing at like he said street niggas was like is deeper than a diss record because I don't want like street niggas thinking I'm soft. Like but now I know that you really don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? So he said, yo,
Mm.
I'm gonna let you leave, you know? I was like, yeah, I might. But he was like, yo, on the next mixtape, I want you to say fuck Jay-Z, all this crazy shit. Like, and I just was agreeing with it.
Okay, don't talk like that, man. Don't talk
Bro.
like that, man.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just telling you exactly what happened in the car. So I agreed that whatever he said he wanted me to do. You
You
know what I'm
just
saying?
want to get the fuck out of
I just
there.
want to get the fuck out the car. So
No, I've been there. I,
he said,
I, I did one time, and I went just to squash something. Like it really ain't had nothing to do with me.
mm,
That's over there by your way. And when I tell you I showed up, they had every size gun you could think of pointed at me. Big
bro,
ones, long ones, fat ones, long, two shotters. This like yo, it was like the fucking Blues Brothers, bro. And I went over there to squash a beef. Like I went over there and I said, boom, and I said, yo, listen, guys, like I'm here in peace. I'm here to squash this. These guys are ready to come over here, and y'all ready, and it don't make no sense. And and it was one guy, I never forget him rest of my life. He had these bifocals on. And he kept saying, fuck that, give it to him. Fuck that. And I hate that nigga, man, to
yeah,
this day. Like, I'm talking about 88. I'm talking about in the streets,
mm,
long time ago. But I actually squashed the beef, and obviously I'm here. I got away from there. So I know I know them situations.
But you know why I respect Terror Squad? Because when it was over, he said, "Give me 5 minutes to leave. Give me 5 minutes, and then you can leave." You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. So I'm in the car. I finally get out. I get out the van. You know what I'm saying? So I totally forgot. He told me to give him 5 minutes. So I get in my car, and I went with homies too, but I didn't even tell my homies what happened. I didn't even tell them what. I said, yo, everything's good. Yo, everything's good. Like, I didn't want to tell niggas I was held up. Guns, you know, I was going to look like a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I start driving and shit. I start driving, and then the van stopped now. And then, like, I don't know who the Spanish kid got out the van. He's like, yo, who kid? Give us 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, shit. So I reversed the car. I fucking damn near hit a dumpster. You know, we're in a cul-de-sac in the Bronx, so I almost hit, like, I damn near hit a dumpster. I probably hit that shit. I don't remember.
Now you just got to get out of there.
No,
it's
but
like, I
nah,
know the feeling.
No, but I'll tell you why. I respect Terror Squad, because when Pun left, there was 2 other Jeeps that came out the side as backup, because Pun didn't know who I was. So let's say if my niggas would have got out the car to try to save me or pull out, Pun had 2 other cars with niggas ready to protect.
You know, that happened to me. You
That's
know,
crazy.
one time, I can't tell you who, right? It's not hip hop, but one time, somebody I grew up with from the block, Billy Blanco from your way, and he violated my brother. It broke my heart because my brother ain't used to hang out with nobody. So my brother knew I was cool with these guys, and he drove by, seeing them, had a beer with them, and he violated my brother, right? So I was like in my feelings. And so they knew the fact that he probably was drunk or whatever, he violated my brother. They knew Joe's coming. Like the whole, that side of town, that wasn't my hood, but you know, we was cool with them, like brothers. But they knew crack is coming, like it's going down. It was a ghost town. I never seen that project like that in my life.
Oh, wow.
And I'll tell you exactly, it was Cortland Projects. And when I go through there, that shit was like a movie. Like you could see tumbleweed. Nobody was out there. It was like a ghost town, B. So I come through this before rap. But I'll tell you a crazy story. So I turn around the next day. I'm all over looking for this dude. All over looking for this dude, right? So I see him on Webster Avenue. That's far from like Cortland and far from my hood. But I see him, I'm like, yo, pull over, pull over. Pull over, yo, pull over. Like, yo, pull over, nigga. Like, pull over, right? So when he pulls over, I jump on him. Start hooking on him. We fighting. I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all know the truth. I beat the shit out of this. Beat the shit out of him. But he violated my brother. So, but when I'm fighting him and I stop for a breather that I got him in the choke and I turn around, they had about 100 guys from their projects with them.
What?
And so I made the mistake that you talking about with Pun. I jumped on him. He was in the first car. They had about 15 cars full of dudes.
Nah, holy shit.
And so but I knew them. I grew up with all of them. So they let me get the fair one. Thank God. Because when I turned around, there was about 150 guys around me. And once again, yo, I don't care where you at, even if you know each other, there's always one guy that says, fuck that. Give it to him. Give it to him. Fuck that. Like when Roy Jones came to beat me up.
Wow, I forgot about
When
that.
Roy Jones came to beat me up, he had the guy Chopper Style with him. Chopper Style.
Yeah.
Chop.
Wow.
Chopper Style. He had like 10 guys with him. Chopper Style was like, give it to him, champ. Give it to him, champ. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yo,
it's always a guy throwing the battery in the back.
You know how I survived like 20 something years of like even being on the G Unit? I did over like 600 mixtapes, so I did almost everybody's shit. Everybody who's a legend in the game, or you know, that mixtape shit kind of like saved my life, because if these guys are legends, that means they fed their family it goes down. Like, you know, the next kid, either their kids or their business, they got to, because of like that one catalytic point in time that Who Kid did your mixtape. It's the same with Drama, same with, you know, K Slay, all of us. We, you know, Clue, we have that weird touch that in time, 10 years later, you'll be big. So because I did that, you know, I didn't just want to do like G Unit mixtapes only. And 50 Cent was cool with me doing everybody's shit. I did, you know, I introduced Snoop Dogg to mixtapes. I introduced this guy, that guy. I went T.I. down south, but I inherited like the protection service, like Macazole. Like when I used to go to Miami, 50 Cent's this and Rick Ross, 50 Cent's this and this guy. I had the DJ, I had a residency at Live, you know? But I don't roll with security and all that crazy shit. So I call Macazole. I be like, yo, Macazole, man. I interviewed the nigga live on air. And then he said, yo, anybody touch Who Kid? You know, hey, there's a red button. But it's not even just it's not just Macazole. If I go to the West Coast, because I found the game. I inherit Bloods, Crips. It's crazy. You go to Chicago, I inherit like everybody that I've worked with, even Toronto, Canada, all across the world, London. I'm like, yo, I used to do clubs in London, and you know they rob everybody in London. But they'll always give me the pass because I did Gigs mixtape, I did Skepta. All these guys you see that's big now, and you fuck with them, I've been to their tape. So it gave me like this, like, I don't know, like and I'm not a tough guy, yo.
Now I gave you a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, I'm a smart guy. And so I have all these like people that just want to protect me and just don't fuck with me because it don't make no sense. Like, what are you gonna prove? You know, if I fuck with you, then I deserve it. But I'm not that guy.
Who Kid? What's next for Who Kid?
Oh my God, you know, God is a DJ. I got my book coming out, so you know, it's gonna be kind of crazy.
I'm finishing up. I'm on my last chapter of my book, too. My first book ever.
Wow, I'm reading that.
No, that's a must read. That's a blockbuster film, New York Times seller. Like, this shit coming out crazy. Nah, it's a legendary. And they think they heard all my stories. They ain't hear them stories yet.
Wow, I cannot wait. Like, I beg all the time. Just like I beg 50 for the G Unit movie, but you know, maybe he's waiting for a certain time to put it out. I beg you for the Terror Squad movie. You know, NWA came out. You know, Snoop Dogg got his own shit he's doing now. I want to see like the real behind the scenes story. Even Ice-T. I want to see like the Ice-T movie, you know? Ice-T played a lot of focal points and a lot of key things. But
yeah, he was in there. Shout out to DJ Camilo on the check-in.
You see what I'm saying? Like shit like, yo, Camilo, that's like, you know, but me being a DJ's DJ, you gotta be full 360 in it. And that's why me and you like connect. We're like minded dealing with this business. Cause if loyalty ain't first, and there's not nobody out there that can say that I fucked them over. So I'm gonna just be chilling for the rest of my life until
that's what I do. I just judge people by my experience with them, how well they do business, their loyalty. I find it hard somebody talking bad about Rich Player when I know that Rich Player, I've seen Rich Player do 1 million deals and he's always been straight up. So you got this one bad apple trying to talk shit about Rich Player. I can't believe that guy. And I don't know how people are so quick to believe these kind of people. Like, I go back to I'm really disturbed with the YouTube shit.
Yeah.
There's an OG Unit guy that's talking his shit, and then there's an old Rockefeller one. There's a Terror Squad one. These are all bums that were once down, fucked up, made the wrong choice, and now they on there and their soul life. As a man, these are people that got kids and all that. That all they're doing is they're on YouTube trying to diss it. Like, I didn't know this world exists. Look, even Sammy the Bull, right? I saw a little clip on Instagram of what's my man, Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah.
Like, Fat Man Scoop, Sav, his brother is my brother. I love Fat Man Scoop too. But he's crossed the line, bro. Interviewing Sammy the Bull and shit like that. Like, yo, come on. Like, I mean, what everybody want the clout? Like it's some shit you can't do, man. And it's like, and Sammy the Bull, you get up there, and this guy told, and he's about 100 years old, and he's like, yeah, because I said if John did anything wrong, I clip him. I just like, yo, my man, get the fuck out of here with that. Any fucking dude is telling some weird ass story, and we gotta accept it for what they talking about.
That's why that's why I think that's one of the reasons why you respect my radio show, because my radio show don't consist of like, you know, bringing like street shit into the shit. I just want people to come in, enjoy themselves. They tell me what they want to tell me. But even if I know what the fuck happened, even if I know for a fact this happened, you gotta tell me. I never had a radio show that involved clout, and I will make fun of niggas from shit that they publicly got going on, but I'm not gonna like dwell on, because I have respect. I'm like old school where I respect, like, the streets need to stay in the streets. And if you come in my show, that's why a lot of people are comfortable with me. They know Whoo Kid is not gonna put me in no wild
in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
That's how I get down too.
Yeah.
Over here, it's all out of love. It ain't about the low hanging fruit. It ain't about jamming somebody up or like, I don't get down like that. Not on this show.
Yeah, they do it for the views. They do it because, you know, they make money.
Yeah, but I just don't get it. Like I'm like I just don't get like grown men chasing somebody else, you know. And then the thing threw me for a loop, man. I love Fat Man Scoopy. He's been the sweetest guy. I know him since the first time I ever rapped. But I know he's the civilian. But I wouldn't give that guy that type of time. It's like when, you know, they was trying to get at Elliot Wilson. They was trying to get at me about this other guy. I don't want to even say his name, that he told, and he came out and they were begging me, Joe, talk to him. He wants to break the silence. And this dude was getting 2 million views on this thing. I was like, oh no, he can't talk to me, bro. Nah, and I don't even think they want me to talk to me, because I don't think they want me to break it down. Like they don't want me in it. Like none of these guys want to do this. What I'm doing with you about some real street shit. They don't want to do it.
It's like, you know, I talk, like, me and Akon is really cool, but, you know, I understand why streets. I understand all that stuff, but it's like,
it's another guy I love that made a poor decision.
Yeah, I know how to balance the shit. You know, like we're in the business, but if we jump in it, you gotta expect all this stupid shit. Like you gotta be stamped just like the situation. You know. Like,
I don't know, maybe I'm blessed, Whoo Kid, because we always got a large audience and people,
we good.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why these guys who I respect and I love do these little corny shits, like little corny moves for clout chasing and all that. And I'll be like, damn, man, why the fuck he do that? Like, and I mean it. I'm not saying it in the wrong way. I'm not talking about Fat Man School. I'm just saying everybody, people we know, be doing some real clout chasing shit. And I'll be like,
there's so much shit to do though. Like, there's so much shit to interview. There's so much shit to like put out. Like, I'm with Hulk Hogan this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with Ric Flair.
Yo, listen,
Mike
I need
Tyson,
Hulk's number.
like,
you know that's my man.
Yo, I'm with that nigga like in another like 20 minutes.
All right, but that's my guy, him and his son. But I need his number because I really want him on the show.
I'll get it for you today.
I was there when his wife told him she wanted a divorce.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that wild story. Yeah,
but that's a real story.
He was crying and shit. That nigga was crying, right?
Cried on my shoulder, the Hulkster.
Damn.
They don't fucking believe what I say. Who cares? They think I be lying and shit. They don't know who I know. Hulk Hogan crying on my shoulder. I'm gonna tell him when he come on the show. Like, he'll say, yes, Joe, I wasn't a jabroni, I was hurt. You know, he'll tell him.
Bro, I will get that for you. Like, I'll be with him.
Yeah, I need that. So when you get with him, hit me up, my brother. Yo, God bless. Be safe out there. Keep that mask on.
Hell yeah, I got my. Yo, I've been wearing this way before COVID. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been always doing this shit.
Yo,
But
I ain't gonna lie. You know who I used to see all the time? That kid, Bad Bunny.
yeah,
Always had a mask on. I
he do
never
that
knew what it
all the
was.
time,
He knew what it was ahead of time.
bro. Is that Illuminati shit, man? We gotta talk
Yo,
about
you
that shit one
stupid.
day.
Get out of here. Y'all be safe out there. One love, Who kid.
One love,
Stay
man.
up.
Nigga cross me like hot sauce. Nigga, we got sold out. Play with my game, you get knocked